Welcome back to the Lost in Stupidity podcast. I'm your host, Turner the Burner. I'm joined by Will the Hillbilly Howard.
Welcome back, y'all. Glad to see you. How's your mom and them doing?
And also, I'm joined across from me sits Bailee Joe Hickman.
I am here. I have a Grinch Christmas hat on, despite my happy holiday demeanor. I am wearing...
Exactly. As you can see, it is the holiday season. We are thoroughly pumped up and decorated. The Santa Stormtrooper is overlooking us, and today is our Christmas extravaganza.
Woo, buddy.
So what we're going to do today is, guys, we're just going to do kind of a year in review, and this may run a little long. We may do this as a 2-part episode.
Yeah, you guys may have to wait for part A and B.
Well, if it is that, I will. What I'll do is I'll probably drop them at the same time.
There you go.
You don't want to just do it like a Sean Ryan episode, like 4 hours long.
People get really, really nervous. They see that 3 and they're like, you know. Even
commitment issues, man.
A solid hour 20 is about good for me. If it's over that on the podcast world, unless I got to drive overnight. You know,
right. Well, I'm a psycho.
Well, you're used to that.
You know how speaking of year-end review, you know how Spotify does the, what's it called, Wrapped?
Oh,
it shows you everything.
What was everybody's age?
Oh, I'm old. I was 60.
I was 61.
Yeah.
Same boat.
Mine didn't tell me anything.
Well, yeah,
I tried looking at it.
You got the free version.
Okay, so you have to pay for it.
I don't know.
No,
I really don't.
That's wild.
It should say like at the top it'll say Wrapped, like playlist podcast Wrapped, and you click Wrapped.
So tell me y'all's thought on this. Like I'm sure y'all saw individuals sharing their listening age. Like my listening age is 22 or
you
whatever.
mean like we just talked about?
Like I think that just shows how immature you are. Her listening age was 16, you sick son of a gun.
Oh my goodness.
That's the next controversy. What was their listening age?
Yeah.
So and we're off.
I have started listening to the Almost Athens podcast by the Dude Perfect guys, which is a pretty good podcast. And even as a non-sports guy, I feel like you as an actual sports guy would enjoy it because they talk about it in a lot more detail. But they did address the listening age. And the Purple Hosier, Garrett, is 21 as a 39-year-old, 30-year-old.
That's interesting. I don't know how I feel about that.
Young with the kids, man. I'm like, dude, I feel bad because I'm younger than him. I'm 30.
Yeah.
I'm 61.
Oh, yeah.
Good on him, I guess.
To show how old I am, my top artist was The Police. So do with that what you will.
That is quite interesting. I would not have picked that.
Which my favorite genre is still outlaw country, a lot of the stuff you listen to. But I do listen to a ton of 80s rock still.
Yeah, that's where most of mine was late 70s, early 80s. Right?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how to work the app. I didn't see my age, but if it
it's probably like 79.
I don't even think I listen to music on Spotify.
Have you ever heard of Isaac Watts, guys? Bailee got it. He was a hymn writer. There we go.
Positive, encouraging Caleb.
Hey, no, those hymns had good theology.
Easy.
You mean to tell me that's not ideal worship? Repeating the same line a dozen times?
Guys, I had an epiphany today, and we are already so off the rails. I had an epiphany today, and I'm about... More and more people from my church are starting to listen to this podcast, and I'm afraid I'm about to offend someone. But for the sake of comedy, I had an epiphany.
Oh, no.
Christmas music is like...
Terrible?
No. Close. Don't get ahead of me. Christmas music is like worship music. For the last 30 years, nobody's pulling their weight.
No,
it's
the hits are from the 40s and 50s.
Yeah, Mariah Carey is carrying this whole nation on her back. Christmas music.
Oh my goodness, that infernal song. I got a bigger gripe than that.
My favorite is the Instagram reels of them putting that on, and it's the Battle of Helm's Deep. Lightning out there.
Yeah.
So the kids.
I've got a bigger gripe than that though. There are certain songs that Nobody can cover them. Just don't do it. No. We don't want to hear. We want to hear the original. Taylor Swift, Glee, whoever the heck else. Please stop covering Last Christmas.
Yeah.
Please stop. Like, we can barely tolerate the original. Don't do it anymore.
Yeah. No, I agree.
The Christmas song.
Look, I'm just to the Chipmunks point. Everything needs to be done by the Chipmunks. That's all I want to do.
Yeah, I can deal with that. Oh, so we're gonna do a year in review because some of this is kind of local, guys. But we've had some weird things happen this year.
We're going to cover some local Mississippi drama.
Yeah.
Some YouTube drama.
Some YouTube drama. Everything. So,
we are an entertainment podcast, so all this is going to be entertainment.
Okay. It's funny you say that because we'll leave names out of it, but me and we were talking before the show. It came to our attention that we had lost a listener and of our grand audience. But I just want to remind everybody, we're a comedy podcast. We're going to talk about anything and everything. And you can't take half what we say seriously.
Who do we lose?
Well, we can't say that.
That comes later. But basically, my rule is, if my mom's not going to tell me to not talk about it, I'm going to talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, we're a comedy, and I think what the problem is because of the Indian Hen Outdoors YouTube channel. Maybe people come here from there and they think this is a hunting podcast.
Oh, no.
We talk about hunting. This is lost in stupidity. We are quite literally lost in stupidity.
It's in the name.
It's in the name.
We are not.
We tell stories and we go through life and
I don't think y'all realize, stupid. If any of y'all know us personally, we don't take ourselves seriously.
Good gracious,
let alone
ain't that the truth?
In a shed.
Don't talk about the shed.
Don't talk about the shed.
With a Christmas stormtrooper. That right there should take you. Look, there's a Striper record, a Kiss mug, a Miami Dolphins helmet, and a stormtrooper, a bass, and antlers, all within 3 feet of me. That should tell you everything you need to know about us.
I think you can make an argument that Empire Strikes Back is a Christmas movie. There's a lot of snow at the beginning of that movie. And it always is nice to watch in the fall. Like,
it kind of is.
Empire Strikes Back is a great Christmas movie.
So it's just gut a reindeer and crawl into its carcass for warmth.
It's a little stinky, but it'll keep you warm.
Oh, good gracious. We're so off the rails. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
There you go.
So, a year in review, I guess the one that we need to cover first because we have a witness for the first time on this show.
An infamous witness.
All right, so one of the strange things that happened this year is in the state of Mississippi, close to where we live. I actually drove by the accident myself on my day job right after it happened. We're
talking like an hour and 10 minutes, 15 minutes?
Yeah. Closer to like Heidelberg, Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
We had a truck full of lab monkeys. Rick.
Derogatory.
Careful.
Rick on one of the busiest interstates in the country.
Monkeys, aren't they?
Yes, Reese's. That's right.
Yeah.
Of
phenomenal candy.
Yeah,
right.
So when you get Reese's Pieces.
Oh no! Stop! No.
That's gross.
Don't eat that. That's not a chocolate chip.
Please stop.
Oh, that's nasty.
We're
monkeying around.
We're done.
This quality podcast has gone down very quickly.
Oh my goodness. So we had a truck overturn, and there was a lot of I hate using that word, misinformation. Nobody knew what was going on, and as it turns out, it was like it looked very sketchy because again, I saw the wreck afterwards.
Yeah,
it was
it was from Tulane,
allegedly from Tulane University, and what it looked like to me as a bystander, as a truck driver, I don't know this. It looked like a hot shotter. Because it was just a plain, it was a plain 3/4 ton pickup. I think it was a Chevrolet.
Man,
just
for
a white
$5,000 plus gratuity. I'll take the monkeys anywhere, man.
Exactly. Look,
DeAndre's Hot Shot.
Oh, shout out to one of our favorite Instagram people.
Instagram follow.
but so allegedly, these were medical monkeys, and again, there was some we didn't know where they came from initially. Some of them got loose. They got out of their carriers.
Yeah.
And before it was over with, a certain amount they escaped.
Yeah, there was a handful.
It was three. And they wound up
running around, like got to neighborhoods and stuff like that.
And they unalived
to put it
gently, because we are on air. This is going to go on YouTube. They had to deal with these monkeys because we don't know. Some people said they did have something like COVID or
coming from a medical research facility.
Exactly.
Tulane, and initially they were like, some of these are COVID positive.
Yeah.
Some of them like had STDs. Like they had diseases that were legitimately worrisome there. And they put out a statement.
I'd like to point out that if that was the case, they were being hauled around in a
by a hotshot
in a $1,000 enclosed 4-wheeler trailer. I'd like to point that out.
Hey man, hotshots make this world go around, and it's a miracle how they do it.
Anyway, you said a statement.
Well, they put out a statement. They're like, do not touch these, because initially, like you said, nobody knew what they had, and there was fear that some of them were contagious and were testing positive for different diseases. So the state put out a statement like, if you see one, don't do anything with it.
Yeah.
And they were the sheriff's department was saying, to put it gently, take care of them and then let us know you took care of them.
And hey, it was so funny. I think it was Coach D. Shout out. I think he's the one put it on Facebook, friend of mine, and he's from Heidelberg, and he's like, look, I done told y'all, them monkeys are in the wrong part of the world. They are not. They are not going to make it. And sure enough, the locals they took care of business. But
I'm pretty sure a couple of people on Facebook had put that they had gotten to them.
So we have actually allegedly we have a witness.
Oh boy,
we have a truck driver, a unanimous truck driver that may have witnessed the whole thing. We are going to put him live on the air. And Bailee, have you got that ready for us?
I'm calling him right now.
Let's see. Yes, and I'll pot that up because of our audio issues.
All right, here he is. This is the anonymous truck driver here that happened to see the incident with the Heidelberg monkeys. Tell us, anonymous truck driver, what you witnessed and how this went down.
Yes, you are live on Lost in Stupidity.
Man, I come around the curve and over the hill, and there was monkeys in the road. And in the ditch, up on the truck. And there was cages in the middle of the road. And that monkey going everywhere. And there was a policeman trying to shoot a monkey. And
well, you didn't say.
Whoa.
You don't see monkeys in Mississippi like that.
You think law enforcement was trying to do something about this, or how do you think law enforcement handled this, or was trying to handle this, according to your vantage point?
Well, I think he was just trying to keep that monkey from eating him. I think it was a vicious monkey or something.
A rhesus monkey, not a vicious monkey.
That monkey looked awful mean.
All right, so, were you terrified at this incident? Did this have your heart racing at any point?
Well, I wouldn't get out of the truck. I was going to find out what this thing was going to do.
No, I've seen Planet of the Apes. I wouldn't get out of the truck either.
So I wouldn't wish to find out.
No, I don't blame you. I can't imagine the feelings that you felt at that very moment. Panel, do y'all have any questions for our anonymous?
Well, how many monkeys did you see?
Well, they were 4 that I could see, but they were contagious. I'm pretty sure had some else.
Oh, you saying they had a rough landing?
Yeah, there's no doubt. It was a rough landing. I wouldn't have wanted to be in that trailer with them.
How many banana peels were out there as well?
Like Mario Kart?
Quite a
I
few.
really didn't take time to count the banana peels. I was trying to dodge the monkey in the road.
Fair enough. Do you feel like he was flagging you down, trying to get a ride going north to Birmingham?
Yeah, I think he was trying to go visit some relatives or something.
Ah, well, that happens to the best of us.
I thought he was trying to go to Memphis.
Well, you never know. When you're on
That's how I got to Memphis.
I-59, you can go a lot of places from I-59. What other questions do we have for our...
I guess that's about it. In your opinion, did the vehicle being used for said delivery, was it up to medical standards to be hauling diseased monkeys?
Well, I don't know what the classifications of a vehicle for diseased monkeys are, but I really don't know how to answer that. But
did it look sketchy?
Would you have ridden in the vehicle? Was it up to your standards?
Well, I mean, if you've ever seen my truck,
Well, you have made our day, Mr. Anonymous Truck Driver.
Yes, I want to thank you, you brave person, for calling in and being able to give us an eyewitness testimony. So we're going to let you go. We appreciate you, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
Your sentimental Lost in Stupidity coffee mug will be in the mail.
I appreciate it.
Y'all.
Oh, man.
Y'all.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, do y'all remember the news?
You be careful.
From,
You're already
from Mobile. It was like, hey, anybody seen the elf in the tree say, hey, hey? It's like, we have this amateur sketch of the elf. It's like this goofy little drawing.
Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot.
We need to reenact that, like with the monkeys.
Oh, that's fantastic. I forgot all about that, and I also forgot it was in Mobile. But, excuse me. Good, that's one. Golly, that was funny. The
my favorite.
Truthful, but obviously 100% true.
We only report facts on Lost in Stupidity.
Right. See our name.
Happened.
Go ahead. What was you gonna say?
No, my favorite was when this all happened. There's a local legend around here named Robert St. John, who has gotten some pretty big fame for his restaurants that he's done and advocating for sobriety. Really great follow on Instagram as well. Great guy. Anyways, I saw his post on Instagram before I saw anything else, and it was just a screenshot of medical monkeys running wild on the highway in Heidelberg after a truck turns over. And he was in Italy at the time because he's pretty famous, and he was like, I miss home.
I remember seeing that.
And this was right at like the time that like all this AI generative stuff was really getting big. And I was like, this is hilarious.
Yeah, there's no way.
There's some boomer humor here. Like he's got this. And then I was like, oh.
No. This happened.
Real.
All jokes aside, we've had a bit of fun here. My day job, I drive by there twice, once going, once coming, and I saw the scene. And it was a mess.
Okay.
I'll put it lightly. It was a mess.
My favorite is they released the body cam footage of one of the sheriff's deputies out there.
Oh, you're kidding?
Yes,
you
it's
are
great.
kidding.
He's out there videoing it, going, I have never seen something like this in my life.
Don't you know that deputy has never turned that body cam on before? But he's like, for this, I'll turn it on.
Look, hey, y'all. You're running a little bit hot.
Sorry.
No, you're good. I podded you. Excuse me. I podded you back down after the phone call, but y'all, my favorite is hearing other people talk about this.
Yeah.
Because to us, it's one of those things. It is a little nugget of gold for you listeners that don't know about South Mississippi. Is that our local news channel is WDAM.
Yeah.
And these big shows, I think it was Rick Burgess' show. They were talking about this, and they pulled the package from WDAM. Yeah. And we don't realize it because we hear it every day. And everybody's like, really? So their news station is, well, damn. I didn't quite literally.
Talk to the old guy, W damn.
Yeah.
Well, you turn on Channel 7, W damn, see what's going on with the monkeys.
Like that is, that's so priceless on top of everything else.
Well, damn. Look at all the monkeys.
Golly, guys. But So, what else happened this year? We also had, what do we have? If you got our notes up, what do we have on our itinerary? I know we wanted to dive in a little YouTube drama.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about some YouTube drama. Do we want to finish out Mississippi drama, or do you want to? We can jump around. I don't care.
Let's finish up the Mississippi. Do you have anything? If you have anything to add, the whole raid thing that was crazy too.
Dude, that was wild.
Because we actually had.
Yes.
We had
Perry
like
County.
right, literally 10 minutes from my house.
Yeah.
We had a full-blown federal raid that involved like 10 vape shops and whatnot.
I think it was 10, and it was like all spread across Perry County.
Yeah. Which
is, right around here that's where we're at right now.
Right.
That's right around where we've grown up. And, man, I'm trying to look up. Perry County is not a big county. Like, how many people? Okay, so the 2020 census says there's only 11,000 people in all of Perry County.
Yeah, sounds about right.
It's not a big county.
That's 10,990 more than I thought there was.
It's only
right.
Just
Turner and Ken. That's all that's in there.
That's it.
Yeah.
But anyway, they had a monster raid, and basically what it came down to was, it was ATF. I'm looking up. I think it was ATF, FBI, and maybe some DEA. It was all the alphabet soup boys, the jump out boys, and it was what they were doing at these vape shops is they were selling your oil that you put in your vape to create the water vapor had high contents of THC. Which is, for those of you that don't know, that is the component in marijuana that gets you high.
That's the component they specifically said, we're not selling.
Yeah, that's the component that between, like, if you hear like hemp oil versus marijuana oil, hemp is the same plant. It just has low to no THC in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were like a pile of THC, and they were giving it out. And I think there was some indication they were giving it out to kids underage. So that was another.
You mean to tell me that people that own sketchy vape shops are not on the level? And they would be. Is that what you're telling me?
I wouldn't necessarily call them people.
Surely you jest. What are you going to tell me next? That gas stations that sell lottery tickets, that there's some debauchery going on there too? Is that what you're going to tell me?
Are you telling me that there's incentive for greed to get it where you can fit it in, and take money away from people, and even if they're underage and they're getting them addicted or anything like that? No, never.
Oh boy,
it's almost like when you start doing the wrong thing, you really don't care what happens to anybody else except yourself. So,
and like VeggieTales and or South Park, that's your lesson for today.
Yeah. Don't sell THC to kids.
Don't sell.
The Fed boys will come get you.
It's like that's one of my favorite scenes in The Waterboy. Lawrence Taylor's and don't do drugs, kids. But So do we want to dive? Because I'm going to let you and Will have the floor because I hadn't kept up with it. I just want to preface it. We're going to there we go. Jump into some YouTube drama and it's important that we address this because we got a little bit of flack for the Tim Kennedy stuff.
Yeah.
And,
it's okay for them to be wrong.
But my point being is that we quoted a podcast called the Anti-Hero Podcast.
Yes.
And people are you're either in that whole situation, you had a side that's very pro Tim Kennedy and very pro anti-hero. And we're going to show right now, look, we're going to talk about anti-hero. We call them like we see them.
Yeah.
We talked about Tim Kennedy a lot. Yeah. We're about to talk about anti-hero. So y'all tell me, we've had a divorce. Well, what happened to the parents, y'all?
Well, and crazy, right before this happened, and honestly, this was probably going on behind the scenes, Will got to go be on Anti-Hero.
Went to one of the Thursday night squad casts.
They do. They allow, like, if you were a veteran or police, you could.
So you're saying Will is the reason they split up?
They met Will and they're like, we can't do this to you.
Can't hold a candle to this guy. We just throw in the towel, y'all.
Do you want to give a summation of what the vibe was when you were there, and then I'll kind of talk about what I about? I listen to both sides and I want to talk about it.
we'll get up on your mic. Bailee, get off your mic. Y'all killing me over here.
Oh,
I'm having to be a contortionist running these sound knobs.
How's right here? Is that good for me?
That's beautiful. That's
this
beautiful.
good?
That's beautiful.
But just
y'all are
unhinged my jaw like a snake.
exactly.
Inhale the mic.
Carry on. Sir.
Pause. Anyways, dude, when I went there, it was pretty dang chill. It was laid back. Everybody was nice, talking to me and whatnot. I didn't talk a whole lot during the episode. Well, there was a ton of people in there. You know, they only got so many mics, so many headsets.
Yeah.
So I just kind of sat there, just took it all in, just chilled. It was a good time. I chimed in a little bit. It was funny because my wife was watching the live as well, and I've been told a time or two I have a bit of an accent.
Really?
No.
And
say y'all.
Y'all. Y'all.
Say root beer.
Root beer.
All right, continue.
It's funny. My sweet daughter, she's got a bit of an accent. She'll say grill as if it's like 3 words. Griel. I like your new Griel, Dad. Sweetheart. Anywho.
That's like a friend of the show, Josh Butler. He's listening to me talk one day about a boogie, and he finally goes, "Are you talking about a shopping cart?" And he said, "I thought you were saying boogie." I said, and of course, so then I have to play it off. I said, "I didn't say boogie. I said boogie. I didn't say boogie. I said boogie." Anyway, go ahead.
Dart gun.
But my wife's watching the live while I was on there, and Brent Tucker's brother, Drew, who is usually at the time was usually on the podcast doing Turner's job, you know, running all the knobs and everything. He was out that day, but
and Brent was out that day too.
Brent was there.
Okay.
He left early.
That's right.
But yeah, Drew commented, it's like, this dude's voice is great. Like, give this guy a mic and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, that makes me feel good. But it was chill. But I didn't get to speak with Brent or anything. I could tell he was running behind. Showed up just in time, which is fine. Like, he's busy. He does all kinds of stuff.
He runs multiple businesses. He trains SWAT guys. Like, he's got a lot.
Dude, he got there. He offered me a cigar, real nice. I didn't take it. I've never smoked a cigar, and I was not about to try and inhale and die in front of these guys.
To quote my friend Brandon, to show your virgin lungs.
Exactly. Not right now. I should have done homework when I came here. But dude, it was a good time. It was chill. Got chit chatted with Magnet, their kind of gun guy they've got there, and gave me his number and everything. And it was all pretty cool, pretty chill. Chit chatted with Tyler Hoover a little bit before I left. It was a good time. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I want to point out, because you got a picture with them.
That was hilarious.
Okay.
And it cracked me up. I'm like, oh wow.
I failed to realize how
you're 6'1", right?
I'm 6'1.5",
6'2". Okay, and we're both. Well, you're 6 foot.
Yeah, I'm barely 6 foot,
and I'm 5'11".
In that picture, I'm 6'2", 220 pounds,
and you look like a giant compared to those dudes.
Yeah,
and they kept saying
not
stuff.
trying to pick on them, but like it was kind of funny.
Well,
I was like,
you see people on the internet, and you just don't know.
Yeah, you just don't know.
Yeah. But like they kept saying stuff like, I don't know, I think they called me like an ogre or something. It's just fine. I've certainly been called worse.
The Mississippi ogre.
And but they were all cool and chill. But that picture is pretty dang comical.
Yeah, that picture.
So awesome. your vibe, again, they were completely professional, no hint of anything going on. It was just business as usual.
Yeah, dude. It was just guys being dudes. It was chill.
Yeah.
So explain to me before, because I'm a little confused, because I kind of got away from Anti-Hero because they went originally, they would pick a subject and they would dive into it.
Yeah.
And they would tell a story.
Whether it was a
like
controversial,
historical episode.
whether it was a historical incident, Waco,
Ruby Ridge.
And they got a little more into interview, which is fine, but they got a little more into interviews in this Squadcast thing. But
like
then
you said, that's fine. Everybody does an interview style podcast.
Everybody does interview, and I'm confused. Explain to me, because now there was Anti-Hero, and then suddenly there was Counterculture. And are they the same podcast, or are they two different podcasts?
So, Tyler Hoover, he started out owning Refracted Wolf Apparel, T-shirts, whatnot, and then wanted to do this
because we need another lifestyle brand.
Another law enforcement, first responder, military brand. Anyhow, that's what he did.
Whatever, man.
Yeah, no hate.
I'm not hating them at all. Not one bit. But he started off with that, and he said, "Okay, I'm gonna do a podcast." Started an Anti-Hero podcast. Then he kind of said to himself, "I'm gonna make this a bit bigger. I'm gonna start Counterculture, and then underneath Counterculture, we'll have all these other podcasts he's got."
So he's kind of doing like the Empire thing, kind of like setting up like where you have different things that are underneath this brand.
Mm-hmm. Like I think Mike from Coppville had a podcast underneath Counterculture. John Burke. I'm not a John Burke fan, but he was part of the Counterculture. Had him a little podcast. I'm not sure if he still does.
I think we've all kind of fallen off following it.
Well, Tyler started pushing and promoting all this Counterculture stuff, and the original deal between Tyler and Brent came after the inception of Anti-Hero, but kind of the deal was Brent had First Responder Coffee and Cigar Company. Tyler had Refracted Wolf Apparel. So, hey, we're going to do this podcast together. You push your brand, I push my brand. Well, then it became Tyler had multiple brands and another podcast. And from Brent's point of view, it's like, hey, all your stuff and all your podcasts, which is indeed a competing podcast, all this is being pushed more than Anti-Hero and or my stuff. It's like, I don't think that's quite 50-50. And they couldn't come to an agreement on that, and so then the split ensued.
By all accounts, it seems amiable. Like, it doesn't seem like they're just at each other's throats.
No, not one bit.
Or throwing each other down. But it was, like you said, and Brent even said, I watched his first episode, because he now has a podcast.
The Tier 1 podcast.
Called the Tier 1 podcast. And, Brent mentioned on there, he was like, Tyler started it. So, it was 50-50, but it kind of was Tyler's.
It kind of was his deal.
But he said B, he was like, we were both promoting our companies, and he was promoting a, like you said, an opposite podcast, or not an opposite podcast, but just, a competitor, basically.
It is.
Absolutely.
So, you can only listen to so many podcasts a week. And Brent was like, we never went back and hammered out the details. He said, and I should have. Like, it was just, hey, we can push our companies. He said, and I didn't realize, like, we could push a competing company to Anti-Hero, and that it would take up more space than Anti-Hero. Yeah. And he said, and that was on me. He was like, I should have realized that. He said, and it was just easier. He said it was, I think the way Brent said it is, he said it was, just different visions for where the company was going. And Brent even said, he was like, I wanted to do more, it kind of reminds me of the Rick and Bubba stuff. Brent was like, I wanted to do more historical stuff, because all of that was Brent. Brent did all the research on that.
Tyler had a completely different road he wanted to go down. As we can see, now they do a Monday morning live broadcast, and they do the Thursday night live.
Yeah, and they're more kind of commentary on current events. Yeah. So,
because we definitely don't have enough of those. I'm sorry.
I know. I mean, I agree. I mean,
I guess as we sit here and
commentate, the reason bringing up is that A, we like to laugh and carry on. It's a good thing to laugh at. If there is something that is a little funny, we'll talk about it. But B, we talked about this. We talked about Rick and Bubba. We like to commentate on stuff, talk about, entertainment and value, culture, whatever. But it's also, we're a comedy podcast. We're here to laugh. We're here to have a good time. We're not here to tell you the news. We're not here to get political.
Not at all.
We'll tell you, who you should follow, which is Jesus Christ in a heartbeat. But I'm not here to tell you who you should vote for. I don't care. I don't want to know. I don't want to and I don't want to talk about it, because that is not, there's, like you said, there's a dime a dozen of those. And Anti-Hero wasn't that. And kind of what's left is that.
We'll see. And
I just don't really care, because there's plenty of those out there.
Who are we talking about that we brought this up before? Rick and Bubba. It was Rick and Bubba. Of that. Look, we're small fish in a big pond. But please, I'm telling the guys that I enjoy listening to on YouTube and podcast, there's too much politics. There's too much current events.
Well,
there's too much, and it's fatigue. And I'll say who it is, and I don't mean this mean, but I'll say who it was. I was listening to the Seek One podcast, and I love Lee Ellis. Lee Ellis is my hero. I think he is the best whitetail deer hunter to ever walk the face of the earth. Fight me on that. But one of his last episodes, he had the gentleman from, I think, Spartan Forge on there. Yeah,
he's a hard shill for Tim Kennedy. Hard.
I heard, yeah. I had heard that. I wasn't sure, but
Tim Kennedy was on a video, a Seek One video at one point.
What?
There was a Seek One video.
What?
There was a Seek One video. They had like some sort of like gym event, and Lee Ellis went to it with the Spartan Forge guy, and it was kind of being put on by Tim Kennedy. It was right at the beginning of Tim Kennedy being exposed for what he did.
You can't say he's not an entertainer. And look, he's savvy when it comes to this. And that was our critique, was like, you just didn't do what you said you did.
Yeah, which is so mind-blowing. Like, what you really did is pretty dang cool. Why do you lie about all this other stuff?
Your resume, that was our point of it. Your resume rests on itself.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an impressive resume.
Now that the anti-hero guys have kind of split up, I think that's kind of what we want to address too. It's like, I liked what they had, but I just really don't care. I listened to a couple episodes of both. But honestly, what's funny is that, and I've seen the comments of people talking about like, well, now that Brent's not here, I just don't care. And I'm like, I agree. But also I've tried to go watch some of Brent's stuff, and it's missing an element too.
It's missing it. It's almost like
there's a complementary of both of them that you need it. And it's just like, and when you look at the numbers, Brent's podcast is doing better for sure.
Yeah.
But it's not the same. It's not doing as great as both of them combined were.
No.
And it's a shame.
And real quick, what I was saying about Lee Ellis is that they got off into the Charlie Kirk stuff and some political stuff. I'm not going to go into that on air. And it wasn't necessarily, I got to be real careful here. It wasn't anything that I would necessarily disagree with. Again, we don't air our political opinions on this show. But it was just exhausting. Like, guys,
I just don't care.
You are my favorite deer hunter, my favorite deer hunting show. I tune in to hear these crazy stories about you tracking these urban deer that like, oh yeah, there was a deer the size of a moose living behind a Walmart. That's what I tune in for. Please stop doing politics.
Yeah.
Like just don't. Everybody, just stop.
The Rick and Bubba phenomenon.
Stop. It's the Rick and Bubba phenomenon. Yeah. Rick and Bubba had become a news show.
Right. Yeah. And that's where Antihero is now. And it is sad. They did have, just to mention, because I know somebody's going to say,
it's everybody in that circle though. It's Brandon Herrera. It's Donut. It's all of them.
Everybody's going into the, and look, if you want to do that, more power to you. But you are going to lose people. You're going to lose people because, again, culture is downstream of politics. Politics is downstream of culture, however you want to put it.
Sure.
But also, people get burned out. People have to live everyday lives. And also, man, for me, if I watch a YouTube video or listen to a podcast, it's probably because I have a respite from real life. I don't know that I want to just be pounded with, it's all going to end. We're going to die.
See, okay. and it's how I feel, and not everybody feels this way, and that's certainly all right. But it's the same thing for me, what you're talking about. YouTube and the radio and podcast, whatever, it falls in the same camp for me as books and movies. I don't just want to see a rehashing of real life. First of all, it's lazy.
Yeah.
I would argue that when you write a book or make a television show like Yellowstone, everybody has no redeeming qualities. It's just gore and violence and lewd and nudity. Because we just took what the depravity of man does and put it on TV. That's lazy. That's not creative. First of all.
Yeah.
Second of all, I want that escape. What is creative is that create me something that is hopeful in the sense that
Yeah.
I feel like this could have happened, even if it is, fiction, even if it's fantastical. I have a vibe this could have happened, but it doesn't happen like real life of like, hey, by the way, everybody dies and gets divorced and everybody hates each other.
You just
I want that break. Well, exactly. But do you get what I'm saying? Like, when I dive into something, I want to your point, a break from real life. That's why I'm here. This is my reprieve. I don't want another version of real life.
Yeah, no, I'm there. There's enough.
Yeah,
there's something to. Yeah, there is something to that as well. But one more thing, and because that is an important topic. One more thing about there, because somebody's going to bring it up that we didn't talk about it. For the breakup was the accusations against Tyler.
That came after the split.
It came after the split. Now, well, there are people that speculate on that, and now I believe them. They did say it came after that. Brent says on his podcast that him and his brother Drew decided to leave 3 or 5 days before this came out, and it is not necessarily illegal accusations, but it is just. But it's not great. And I'm not going to get into the gory details of it because it's pretty, gross.
Accusations against Tyler.
But again, not anything illegal, but just stuff is like, you shouldn't be doing that.
Sleazy.
It's sleazy. It's sleazy.
Also, I genuinely question the validity of these accusations.
That's the other thing I was going to bring up is that they're coming from his ex-wife in a very messy divorce.
Allegedly from years ago.
And also from years ago. So I'm not saying that they're true or anything like that, but I do want to bring that up of like, people throw a lot of accusations at Tim Kennedy, and it wouldn't be fair not to go, this is out there. This is out there. Now, again,
we don't know yet.
There's people that say, I've got proof for all this kind of stuff about, the stuff that Tyler did and that he didn't actually retire, that he was kind of forced out of the sheriff's department. Look, here's what it comes down to for me. We said this about Tim Kennedy, and I stand by this. Don't put people on a pedestal.
Oh, amen.
We said this about Anti-Hero the last time we talked about it. Don't put them on a pedestal because they're sinners. They're fallen just like Tim Kennedy is, just like we are.
Yeah.
But it does come down to for the Tyler stuff and for Brett stuff. Just something I want to mention, guys. You can have mentors. That's great. Don't make these people heroes. And to their credit, they were trying to be anti-hero. They were like, that's the name of the podcast. But one thing that just struck me while I was watching a couple of these podcasts to kind of see whether or not I really wanted to listen to them is that Brent, and again, no shade at him. He claims to be a Christian, and he really seems to talk about it and seems like he has a lot of knowledge of it. Drew really does, it seems like. And I hope they are. I don't know their hearts.
Throughout the course of the Anti-Hero podcast, it's looking at the overall picture now, I'm kind of impressed, like Tyler's growth.
I think
from what I understand, he came to salvation either shortly before or shortly after starting that podcast.
It's very recently.
And I think it's genuinely taking with him.
And I think Tyler is, like you said, genuinely a Christian, and I think he's trying to live with that. One thing I'd like to say about that community, whether it be law enforcement or military, and again, me and Will have talked about this. We both had a short stint in respective, Will in the military, me in law enforcement. And it's not just them. Because Turner has worked in mills and over the road. Turner's worked blue collar for years. It's really every facet of life. Is sometimes there's this desire to uphold this idea of morality in some ways and then throw it down on the other and say, well, we're moral because we uphold this. And then we just don't ever talk about this. And what that is marriage. And again, I'm not trying to hate on these guys, but I am going to bring that up of one thing that just kind of struck me watching Brent's podcast, this new podcast, was, hey, we're not just talking to tier 1 guys. That's what he said. He said, we're not talking to Green Berets and solely Navy SEALs. We're talking to tier 1 everybody, whether that's athletes. And I was like, that's great. And he specifically goes, men of the faith that are tier 1, tier 1 fathers. And we stopped. And I was like, the next words need to be tier 1 husbands. And now I don't know his situation. I know he's divorced. I'm not trying to pick on him.
I know throughout from starting on the Anti-Hero podcast to within here recently, he has been married. No, he had been married for a good while previously. Divorced, got a girlfriend, and is now remarried.
And look, I don't know everybody's situation, and I don't know. I'm not trying to.
That's just what I've observed.
I'm not trying to pin down and be like, oh, you should have done this, this, or this. I'm not saying that. I have plenty of sin and plenty of places in my life where I need to do better. But that community, dude, most of my department was divorced or on second, third marriages. You see that in the military. You see that in blue collar life.
Oh yeah, like the factory, paper mill background I come from. It's really anything that you spend too much time away from your family.
Yeah, and you
can fill that blank with whatever job. Whatever.
Yeah, and you don't put that effort into the marriage.
Exactly. But continue.
But that's just something that I like. It just stuck out to me for the law enforcement and military guys. Of like, we have some things where we're like, hey, you need to be moral. You need to be upright. You need to do the right thing. That was a big thing that they preached to us being cops. Don't do the wrong thing. When nobody's looking, you do the right thing. All this stuff. I'm like, that's great. And I'm like, the person that's telling me this has been divorced 4 times.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, sometimes there's a pattern. And again, I don't know everybody's situation, but guys, marriage is very important, especially if you kind of be a Christian. Marriage is very, very important to the Lord.
Well,
so
and I'll
don't take that lightly. Like when guys are telling you all this great stuff that they're doing, and then you look back and you go, yeah, but you didn't do that for your wife. You didn't stand up for your wife. You didn't stand up for your marriage together.
And I'll put it this way. I think it was Rick Burgess that said it. As men, we have no problem, Christian or not, or whatever walk of, military, law enforcement, garbage man, you fill in the blank, man. As men, we have no problem whatsoever saying, I'll die for my wife. I'll die for my kids. And Rick Burgess said the most profound thing I may have ever heard. Yeah, but will you live for them?
Yeah.
See, we have no problem, doing all the, this grand, fancy, white knight of I would lay down my life for my family. Yeah, but will you do the little stuff?
Yeah.
Are you working on your marriage every day? Do you put your job and that paycheck and that 84-hour work week above
your
wife and kids?
And here's the thing, that laying your life down, like you said, we take it to the die point.
Yeah, we do.
Man, if there was a gunman that jumped out, I'd jump in front of him. Well, that's great. Laying your life down means that your life is no longer about you, but it's about them.
Amen.
And that's everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's your desires are behind their desires. Your glory and honor is behind their glory and honor. And you should be doing what Christ did for the church, which what did Christ die? He laid his life down for the church to save the church. Yeah. That's a big deal. And again, I'm not trying to just poo-poo on them. Man, again, I hope they're both saved. And they seem like they are, and God bless them. But it is important, I think, to point out of like, A, don't put anybody on a pedestal.
Mm-hmm.
But B, just evaluate even your mentors of, man, is this good fruit? And is this somebody that I need to listen to on this topic?
And see, I don't want to get into it today because we got a bunch of other topics, but maybe we'll dive into it in the future. There's, again, in that same crowd, there was a gentleman, and y'all know what I'm talking about, that had a messy deal with his wife, and people pick sides on that. And I can say, look, I'm not in that world. I don't know who, what, or whatever, but I can say as a Christian and a husband, as a father, I can point out some red flags that, like, I really don't care what her side was, because everybody can see from what you have admitted and told me, you are not doing your job as a father and a husband. Yeah. All the other stuff.
Well, and I got news for you.
Yeah.
Marriage isn't easy.
Oh,
I don't care what your occupation
is. What you say? It's hard being perfect.
It's hard.
It is.
Oh, Lord, it's hard.
The door flies open and Tyler comes in here with a rolling pin and just smacks Will.
Quit telling everyone I'm dead.
Oh, me. But no, that's an excellent point. Like I said, and it's not just that crowd, but it just is men in general. And this social media, it's that pull yourself up by your bootstraps, rah, make your bed, do push-ups, all that. And there's nothing wrong with all that.
There's good parts to that.
But if that's all you focus on and you didn't do anything with your marriage or your kids, it doesn't matter.
Because ultimately we need grace. Because
Amen.
There is a responsibility you have, and as Christians, there is a lot of responsibilities that we have, but at the same time, there's grace.
Yeah.
And you ain't gonna make it to heaven on your own. I hate to break it to you. You're
the only perfect people get to go to heaven, and nobody's perfect. So how do we get there? How do we do it, y'all? Is it through God's grace? Yes. But exactly. When people are viewing these individuals, like you need to have the spiritual wherewithal to know, like, okay, this is solid advice. This isn't. Like,
that's a good point.
You should not take marriage and parenting advice from Mike Jones, aka Garantham. Don't take marriage advice from him.
And we're off.
Don't do it. Hey, that is
trigger
foolish.
Trigger control. Great advice.
Ghosting that trigger.
You want to flee from a drone in a third world country? He's got you.
He's got you, man.
But and that's what as Christians, you can be ignorant and be saved. You can be ignorant and have salvation. But
yeah, we're all in here.
You're required to eventually move off of milk of the Spirit and start consuming meat of the Spirit. And overall, what I see in South Mississippi, Christians are extremely, very lacking in spiritual wherewithal.
Oh, and we talked about it on the Bible study I was doing with the Indian Hen Outdoors YouTube channel, of and something I was convicted of. It's scary because I have started diving into the Bible more than I ever have. It is scary to me.
Thank you, Wes Huff.
Thank you, Wes. Yes, thank you, Wes Huff. Shout out. None of y'all are reading this.
They're not.
It is kind of like
cultural
Christianity. They listen to the click words that they see on videos on Facebook from time to time, and the click words they hear a preacher throw out every now and then, and they don't. You would be shocked how many people genuinely don't understand the structure of the Trinity.
No,
adults.
It's alarming.
Yeah.
Amongst Christians. Again, we're not talking about we're not talking about I went to wherever that's a bunch of atheists and agnostics, or they're not Christians, Buddhists, whatever. I'm talking about people professing to be Christians that go to church somewhere.
But that goes back, like you said, when you look to other people and look at what they're doing and whether or not it's good or bad, you have to have a measuring stick.
Yes, that's the Bible.
You've never read your measuring stick.
Yeah.
You don't know. And then you don't know what is false teachers tickling your ears or what is good, actual Bible, centered, scripture-centered teaching. But you got to be in it. And also, here's one thing, and just one more thing, I'll get off of my preaching and we can move on to another topic. But what are the greatest commandments that Jesus says?
The greatest of these is that you love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and all your mind. And the second is like unto it, that you love your neighbor as yourself. On these two laws hangs the entire law.
Right.
And those who loves fulfills the law.
Right. So we need to not only be in Scripture to know it, so that we know how to walk through this life, but we need to be glorifying the Lord and honoring the Lord. And I've been convicted of that of late, of how much of my daily life do I glorify the Lord and honor the Lord with my actions, but with my mouth? How often am I just going through life going, why does this have to happen today? No, I need to be thankful. I need to have a thankful heart, and I also need to be like, you be the Lord, because thy will be done, not my will. But all right, y'all want to move on to another topic?
Well, we're going to take a quick break. We're at the hour mark. If you're leaving us, have a good day. If not, join us on the next section. I'll drop it all at once on the next installment of the Lost 250 podcast.
Yeah, buddy.